Is it 1 o'clock, the race?
No, the race is at 8 PM.
8.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Right,
they've got another fucking virtual safety car. They're on lap 7. They're on lap 18 of 33.
There's only 10 of them, isn't there?
There's 11. No, there's 11 of them.
Oh.
Penguin Dude DNF'd on lap 0. Green Pies is racing as well, so he's just going to piss it, isn't he?
Lap 0?
Well, for lap 1, sorry, he did 0 laps on his tyres. DJ Phil's out the race again, so DJ Phil should just come straight over, shouldn't he?
Right.
Yeah. Will he? Probably not.
No, he didn't last week. I'm going to message him now saying, get on, fuck it. Now you're out that race, get over here. Matt Javier's tested an F1 car.
Yeah.
Josh Revel's just done a video on it. Jesus
Well,
Christ.
I mean, at this
have to
point in
upset him
time,
in
they're
a
just
minute.
putting any cunt from F2 up.
He's not in the F2 anymore.
Mazepin. Well, where is he?
Good question.
Nowhere.
It's easy, isn't it?
Alright, fine then. What they're going to put him in? Daddy's going to pay for him. Alright, what would you say is best? Hard or wet? Hard or wet?
Hard or wet? Hard.
Hard or dry?
Hard or dry?
Hard.
I mean, dry or hard, whichever.
Nah,
you know.
fuck! Hard or soft?
Hard.
Right.
I don't know. Would you rather be hard or soft?
I'd rather be hard.
I mean, it depends what company I've got.
Well, surely at your age, you're really soft anyway. That's how the body works.
Shut up.
You walk down the street and a girl looks at you and that's it.
Nosebleeds all around, innit?
I need to speak with Andy at some stage as well.
What about?
Borrowing some content.
Yeah, and you know what is it? Thing's gonna be?
What? No.
Fuck off.
Don't care if he says no. I'm going to ask if I can
You
borrow.
don't. You don't
It's
need to
not-
ask him.
I do need to ask him because it's his videos. So not just because I commentate on them. It's his stuff.
Yeah, but it's not going to be published anywhere. So
No,
you're
but
being
I'd
sent
still rather ask. There's plenty on SimPlay and there's plenty of THR videos there where I commentated.
But you need to ask.
I don't need to ask Tyler. I set up the YouTube channel. It's all in my name.
Oh,
So arguably, I don't need to speak with Tyler at all.
you need to speak to me about I own THR.
You can fucking own THR. It was a shit show. Although please join us
It's
on
better than SimPlay. Ooh.
What, mate? Oh yeah. Ooh. La, 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 la. James. What did you say?
James Brady.
Why the fuck is there a
He's
third
gonna be your best
screen?
mate at Donington, isn't he? Jamie Brady.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah. It's just as soon as I turn up, you're just gonna hear, "Ooh, Jamie Brazy."
Yeah, that's all you're gonna hear.
Oh, fuck, I've got a babysitter for that day.
Yes.
You're my
Yeah,
baby.
it's Liam.
I don't know what you're on about.
Liam's
I'll-
babysitting my kids. No, Jamie Brazy. I've never met you before, but you can do it.
No,
You seem like an intelligent,
Yeah.
smart man.
Excuse
I am not qualified for that.
I'm not qualified to be in a house on my own. Wait, did that come out?
Especially not with
I
kids.
burnt myself cooking a pizza, by the way.
On base game,
Exactly.
he's racing.
I accidentally, when I was taking it out, put the metal bit on my skin.
Clever.
Stop streaming F1. Go. Right. That.
Not my fault.
Jamie,
I
do you
had
just
someone
want
to
to start
supervise
inviting the
me this
people in
time.
while I just share the stream around, please, bud.
Yep.
I was supervised while
Right,
in
so,
the making now.
DJ
So-
Phil, Daniel Francis, Nikki, Liam. That's it.
Well, I'm not doing it
Seven.
straight away anyway.
Yeah,
I'm
no, you're
having-
fine. You've got a couple of
This.
minutes.
Disco.
Yeah.
Gary's
doing
not racing, is he?
He said he might be. He said let me know, so ping him an invite.
Yep.
How many laps is it?
32 racing laps.
I'll put 35
32.
laps in them.
I worked out at 141 was 31.9. So 32 plus obviously 33 because of the fact that
who
we've got a
else?
formation lap.
But like I said, I'm just getting down to 41, so...
Yeah.
Let me.
What we
Hold on,
got?
let me find them.
24th of August, join us live. I'm going to put forms out
Sound
for special event races soon.
No Sutty is there.
No Sutty, he's at work.
No Valeside. BT.
BT
Fury.
Targa, Fury, X-Mart.
Hold on, much. I have not got X-Smart.
Okay, I'm on it. Did you do Maze Gamer? Right, I'll do Andy and DJ Phil as well. Have you done the Mutts Nuts? So I've got him anyway. We've got an extra person doing IndyCar, but one's dropped out of the Clio, so we're down to 12 for the Clios, 9 for the IndyCar now. Dan's basically dropped out of Clios because his missus isn't free to do it on a Monday. Is free on a Monday, but isn't free on a Friday night now, so he's going to do IndyCar with his Prolapse teammates, he said.
Fair enough.
I mean, if anything, it just makes that Clio grid, bar Little Leach and Foulguest, very interesting.
Matt, don't be like that. You're gonna make me cry.
Sorry, Liam, I don't want to make you cry.
You better not.
Or what?
I'll fucking black your eyes. You Commonwealth motherfucker. I mean, we're all in the four.
We are going to do a Brands Hatch 6 hour, by the way.
A what?
Brands Hatch
Matt,
6 hour
do you know
race.
if you're going to do a Brands Hatch 6 hour, I have a request.
That's for the Marshall.
Yeah.
Matt, I have a request, Matt, for a race, for a fun event.
Yeah.
A 10-hour Silverstone. Please.
No. Piss off.
You piss off. It's all about Silverstone.
It's not all about Silverstone. You're obsessed with Silverstone and F1.
Yep.
So, special events at the minute. Are we...
Yeah, but it is a proper race, a 10-hour race around Silverstone.
No, it's not a proper race.
No, it's not.
World Endurance do 6 hour around Silverstone.
Yeah, it's 6.
Silverstone's one of the crappiest tracks in the UK.
I was going to say, British GT do 3, and then World Endurance do 6.
Yep. So I don't know where you got 10 from. Well, that's 9. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Now, the World Endurance Liam do 6 around Silverstone, and British GT do 3.
Yeah, so the special events at the minute, from, don't know if you come up with any more, were GT Sport.
GT Sport World Cup in the Classic Minis.
Yeah, weren't we also doing... Weren't we also going to do, because I said about the touring car thing as well.
Touring car thing.
Touring car thing?
Said that we were going to do
yes, we need to have a proper look at that quick, sooner rather than later,
That's
Jamie.
a good thing,
Yeah, because we said the Thursday night or one of the nights was going to be minis and the other night was going to be touring car stuff.
Yeah.
I
THR
mean,
night is being
you
done
could do
as
the
well.
THR night using times because you won't have pits in that, will you?
No, it'll just I'll just make it like 10-minute races like Tyler used to.
Yeah, isn't that next Tuesday?
No, 24th. So not this Tuesday coming, but 2 Tuesdays after. So you got like 3 weeks.
Fucking hell.
What we do? So is there a special event next week or not?
Let's have a look at something for maybe GT Sport next week and see what happens.
Will there be a 24-hour race?
I know.
24 hour.
No, it's 6. We're doing it's a 6.
Not this one. No. I was going to do the 12-hour Bathurst, but because of what happened to the Marshall, we're doing a 6-hour Brands. Because I was going to say to you, come here. You've already said. I'll be happy to still do that with the 6-hour Brands if you want.
Do like a so many lap stint and keep jumping in and out or something?
Yeah, so like pretty much every time we pit, one of us can jump in and off the commentary.
I mean, we can still do that for brands if you want.
Yeah, we can do if you want to.
3 hours each or something. I mean, split it obviously, but do a bit of split it between us, do an hour each or something.
Yeah, or just do a pit stop each.
I was going to say for the GT Sport thing. Do you remember my mate from work, the one he won it on the Wednesday night? Yeah, he said he wanted to do the touring car thing.
Yeah, sweet.
Did he actually get that cup that it was meant to get?
No, because again, it was something that was promised to us by a sponsor and never happened.
Yeah, I'm still missing my Latvia mug.
It was something promised by a sponsor and never happened. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You need to have a bit of a word with the sponsor.
What do you think last night was all about as well? Well, no, that was done with Kelly the night before, and then yeah.
As soon as possible, can you get a date for when you do the 6 hour brands?
Yeah.
Because then I'm gonna I'll try and put things about because they're all the touring car page and motorsport pages for raising money.
Thingy, in fact.
Yeah, I'm messaging the admin of this group who set up a Just Giving page so that we can try and get in with them to share some information about.
Yes. Yeah, so do you know, I think it was the ones who sponsored GT4s at THR, the Hard Compound.
Hard Compound have put some attack, no, someone up. What was that group?
Oh, who were they?
For charity for Marshall.
I mean, the Hard Compound keeps saying he's going to quit.
Yeah.
Every couple of months.
Yeah, so you might just be able to put something out there about it. Say, try and get it out as much as possible.
Yeah, I'm going to try and get it out there, even if it's just for the person's family.
Wasn't it touring car chat or
times
something?
did you say is good for around here?
Low 40s.
Yeah.
Low 40s?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I mean, I'm on the faster lap at the moment.
Did you invite Fury, did you, Jamie? Jeff Army, it's the Jeff Army one. Peaceful said he's going to find me the post, and then I'll message them to get that done. So who's in? Jamie, go through it. Nikki in the lobby, yeah. Falguest. We know Daniel Francis is Mutts Nuts. BT Targa. Unorthodox. Maze. Disco.
Yep.
Right. Liam's obviously on his way. We've got 6 minutes. Andy,
Wait,
DJ Phil's just texted me saying that he might be on his way.
What's your fastest, Daniel, on a race?
My absolute fastest, was in a quick race I did, was 41.
They're on lap 27 of 33 and are behind a safety car again. There's 5 drivers.
But generally I'm doing 42, 43 in the test I've just been doing.
Okay. Oh shit, I was 2.47 up on my time.
How the fuck has Gelram been stuck in overtake? Oh yeah, mechanical failures he says there.
Oh, I was 2 points up on my fucking time.
There is 5 drivers left in this race.
Yes,
wow, that's how shitty F1 is.
Jamie, there's a question for you in the chat on YouTube.
Alright, hold on.
In Disco.
Is it about last night?
What?
I don't know if it's Maze having connection troubles or something. Oh yeah, because
Disco's put his Jamie, have you passed the torch on to Maze, because Maze keeps joining and leaving. Oh, that's brilliant.
I thought you looked quite stable last night though, Jamie. Was it better?
Yeah, it was better.
Oh, just to say, Just to say, and you're not going to like this, Jamie, but there will be penalties given out for lag incidents.
Oh God.
Yeah, apologies.
That's in the rules anyway.
Yeah, apologies, but
And I was going to enforce it last week.
bastard.
I think I said in the chat, didn't I?
Yeah, apologies, but yeah.
Yeah,
basically,
so last night when I was
come off with a race ban with how many points you'll get.
Yeah. Pretty much with the points I could get like a 6-season ban.
No. Not that many.
No.
But yeah, I was disappointed because I've got my new song about you as well.
Oh, God.
He's flying in the air. Jamie Brazier. Jamie Brazier.
Jamie Brazy! Jamie Brazy!
He's there! Where is he?
I was going to say, instead of flying everywhere, it should be bouncing everywhere.
Yeah.
Is it flat out around that chicane? You say?
No, he said a little lift.
You just want to lift. Yeah, you just want to lift off, because if not, you'll end up doing a Timo Glock and end up in the wall.
Jamie Brazy. No racing this weekend, is there?
I think the only racing there is MotoGP and last race of Formula E.
Do you know what?
So yeah, there's no racing this weekend, then, is there?
Yeah, no.
I've been looking into trying getting into the MotoGP.
Yeah, the only problem is with MotoGP, it isn't. You can't watch it like. You have to watch highlights if you haven't got BT Sport.
Yeah, it's on Quest,
You
isn't
need
it?
BT.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you need
Quest for highlights.
you need BT Sport.
Liam.
Or Dodgy
No, I
Street.
know you need BT Sport, but you can't watch it on Sky.
No,
Yeah.
because
If you subscribe to BT, but not...
yeah, BT have the rights to it. So you've got to pay for a BT day pass. It's pretty much it'd be like if you wanted to watch Sky Sports, like you got to pay extra for it.
Subscription is £25 a month, I know, because I...
Sod that.
But I have BT for MotoGP, wrestling and DTM.
So you're
And I have
nothing.
I have nothing for the British touring cars. Lovely.
And my dad already has my password, so I can't even lend you my password to have a look at it. Because my dad, who goes around the world to watch MotoGP, won't pay to watch it on telly.
Oh,
He's been to Malaysia, he's been to Qatar, he's been to Holland, Italy, but no, he ain't paying to watch it on telly.
I mean,
Austria. Well, actually, no, I think Austria last year got cancelled. He was meant to go to Austria last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll pay all that to go see it because he's retired, so that's what he does.
Yeah.
He'll be at Silverstone. He's asked me to go, but after what happened with me the other week, I'm not committing. There's no point.
Kieran's going. Telling me about it the other day.
I'm going to Silverstone just about a month afterwards, and I was going to say, I noticed as well, I get to see the hybrid car race.
Yes, that's racing at Silverstone. I read it the other day.
Yeah, Andrew Jordan.
Bloody hell, I hadn't seen that.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I was going to say it's racing, but it's not scoring points, and they're starting. And
Yeah,
Andrew Jordan's got to start from the pit lane every race, so he'll catch Andy Neek within about 2 laps.
Yeah.
Well, as long as that. Was he give him a lap head
Is
start?
it just at Silverstone?
Just at Silverstone.
Ah, bastard, shame it's not for rest at season after Silverstone. I've seen it at Donny.
They ought to get Jordan to do the Grand Prix circuit. Still beating me.
But the funny thing is, though, whilst he's testing it, there's obviously going to be a safety car, so he'll end up on the back of the pack. And then just imagine he comes flying through.
You seen how much has been raised on that? Just giving page for the family of the Marshal.
I saw the other day, but this was about 4 days ago, and it was about 33 grand.
47.
Fuck here now.
They only wanted to raise 10,000.
Can my dad get mowed over by a car? I mean,
I don't think he got mowed over by a car.
We can get you killed, if you want.
I will be on later,
Not
buddy.
me.
Got some questions to ask about next season on what's happening. Are we doing it at
You know what?
Fuck's sake, Dean.
Yep, already knew it was going to be Dean. You need to tell him, fuck off, Dean. We're not doing amateur and you're not going in it because you're too quick.
No, his question is, can I quit already?
No, it's not even that. It's whoever we're staying loyal to the drivers we've got. So if there's an AM class, the newbies will be in the AM class unless there is a space to fill in Pro-Am, basically. Even if the newbies are rapidly quick, we're staying.
So maybe call it entry class or something like that.
Yeah. Also, we are the only people. Like, if you can request to go in AM class, and we can accept or deny. It's like people like Aiden, where a Tuesday night may suit him better, and because he's not very fast, may want to drop into AM. It may suit him a bit more. Smithy, may want to drop into an AM class. It may suit him a bit more. Fine.
Dean.
Can I go in AM class?
No, you're not going AM class. Dean, not going
in AM class.
I can.
Yeah, your Wi-Fi is AM class, but not you.
Just one thing. Have you seen the time?
Yeah, just doing it now. I'm just kind of delaying a minute or two to get Andy and... Well, Liam's not joined for stars. Just delaying a minute or two to get Andy and Phil in. I know we've got a 10-second...
Yeah, just give me a second.
10-minute practice. They're on lap 32 or 33. Come on, Liam, hurry.
Matt, what would you say doing a 43?
I was going to say, give it until 5 bad.
43 is fine. Because that's what I've just been doing in practice. 42, 43.
Just so I'm running a little slow tonight.
I found 10 seconds in an hour's testing. So you're ahead of where I was after that long.
Yeah, just leave until 5 past or something.
I forgot, sorry, got a lot on at the minute with the kids getting stuff ready and that bollocks to you, Dean.
Oh, tell them to get fucked. I can't fucking argue.
Right, when Liam joins, I'll start this.
Yeah,
these are coming to the back end of their lap at Catalunya, which will put them on the final lap.
So they have enough time to join, but Andy not fucking join straight away. He'll just do what he did yesterday and join joint formation, what?
Are you two going to go off for a comms box and leave me?
Oh yeah, Jamie, set the comms box up.
Yep, now doing it.
Yeah, where do I start?
Last.
Yeah, that's a good point because you haven't checked your Discord. You've been at work today. Daniel, you start third, right? I think.
Right, good luck.
Hang on, no, yeah, Daniel, you start fourth behind the Mutts Nuts.
Behind Mutts Nuts.
Liam, right. You start seventh behind DJ Phil. If there's no DJ Phil, you start behind BT Targa.
So DJ Phil will beat Targa.
DJ Phil, if he's there. If there's no DJ Phil, BT Targa. There's no Fury, right, so hang on, I'm just going to update it.
Targa is in the thing.
So Fury, get rid of that.
Liam's in there now.
Exmore. There's no Gary, so Andy.
Because Liam, me and you are probably going to be racing on this by the look of it, so we might as well be in the same party anyway, hadn't we?
Daniel.
I'm not that good.
Sorry, Disco.
Well, I'm not that good, but you're pro and I'm Pro-Am,
Falgast. So. Down on Orthodubs. So we should have 12 drivers, which isn't too bad.
And plus, I said, wasn't it... Well, Matt, was it Liam I said was doing a great impression of me in race 1?
Yes.
Yeah, it was, yeah, you did a great impression of me in race 1. Absolute shite and in and out the pits.
Do you know what?
I'm going to join Jamie, so best of luck, lads.
Ooh, Jamie Breezy.
Ooh.
Jamie Breezy.
Ooh, Matthew Duffin.
Oh look, Green Pie's won. What a shock.
Yeah, absolute shocker. Green Pie's won.
Can't believe it, Jamie.
I know, it's such a surprise.
I'm going to be quiet now because I'm going live. Yeah, be quiet now, I'm going live. Alright, going live, Jamie. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Suzuka, as we know and love it in the F1 calendar. Sakito on the Project Cars 2 game. We're here live for the final round of the GTEs, and what a season it's been. There have been a few dropouts, but also as the season's gone on, but as we come to the end, we've got a third champion who's won, well, a champion who's won 3 titles in about as many weeks. Unorthodox then is your GTE champion due to Valeside dropping out of the championship with 1 week to go. He will not be here to take part in that one, so Valeside has dropped out, meaning that Unorthodox will go on to win the championship no matter the result tonight. Even if he finishes second, he will then outscore Valeside, but it doesn't matter. Valeside has pulled out of the league, meaning that Dan Unorthodox will be your champion. It will promote Falgas to second and Disco into third. Such the apex, what a shame he's working tonight, because that would have put him in fourth and a chance to get third in the title race with Disco McDiscoface and Falguest. Andy as well, he should be on his way hopefully shortly with DJ Phil there back this week. No Gary, X-Mark's 9th, Fury 10th, not here tonight. That Buzzy Boy's 11th, he's got a chance to gain a few places, as does BT Targa. Daniel Francis is back, the Much Nuts, Nicky and Mace Gamer as well. I'm Matthew Duffin in your commentary box, joined by Jamie Brazier. Jamie, good evening, how are you? I'm not joined in your commentary box by Jamie Brazier. He's not there at the moment. Either way, we'll get Jamie back shortly, hopefully then. It's a pleasure to be here. We're going to have 32 laps of this wonderful Suzuka circuit as DJ Phil gets himself in now. Very interesting to see what will happen around this track, but we are going to be looking at some interesting racing tonight. A few battles up and down the pack. Obviously, the final race of the season. What is going to happen for all these guys as they go on to it? And Suzuka, as we know, world famous track. A lot of things have happened here over the course of the years. As we say, a very good evening in the chat then to Daniel Francis. Disco McDiscoface is in the chat as well, so a good evening to him. We say hello to Simon Blair. Very good evening to you. Not seeing you in the chat, but good evening. Jamie Brazier is there as well. CIR Sim Racing, good evening to you, sir. Fury's granddad, evening Tony. He's always here. He loves it. Just Tony. It's nice to see Tony in the chat as well, as his peaceful stepdad. Great to see them two here tonight. 14 people watching, 7 likes. Guys, let's smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe as well if you are new. Let's see the action unfold around here. Jamie not yet back, but DJ Phil in the session, so we're up to 11 drivers, which is not the worst way to end the season at all. Enough drivers here. Grid order for you tonight, obviously, for those who are new to watching. Grid order will be Maze Gamer on pole, Nicky second, Much Nuts third, Daniel Francis will be fourth, BT Targa fifth with DJ Phil in sixth, that Buzzy Boy seventh, X-Mark will be eighth, Andy will be ninth, Disco 10th, Falguest 11th, and Unorthodox will be 12th in this one then. As Andy as well just gets himself in. What this is a 10-minute practice session, and then we'll be underway with the race very shortly. I just had a message off Jamie. He's just had to sort something out a second on his end. So like we say, 12-minute session, 10-minute session for practice, and then we head into the race. And what's your choice of car category tonight? We've got a few we've got a Ferrari, we've got a few Ford GTs, Porsche too, and then a couple of BMWs out there as well. So it's going to be an interesting one to see as we go through the evening. Things to note tonight: Dan can take his 15th race win here at SimPlay Motorsport. His 15th race win in competitive racing. This doesn't include the fun races. This is just for the normal competitive races. That will be 15th race win for Dan if he wins tonight. In terms of race starts, Andy will be on to 46, so he's just shy of his 50 race start mark. He'll hope to get that one in season 3. Got people like Disco McDiscoface making his 24th appearance, BT Targa's making his 20th, X-Mark making his 20th race appearance here. And then we've got people like Falgas making their 6th race appearance, the Much Nuts making their 4th, Mace Gamer making only their 2nd, but signed up for the GT3s as the Much Nuts, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do throughout the course of this year then. He's unplugging the phone, Matt. Yeah, he probably is unplugging the phone, Tony, so that he doesn't get disconnected halfway through the race. It's currently Disco who's the quickest man out there, followed by X-Mark, BT Targa, that Buzzy Boy, and then the Much Nuts. A couple of seconds off the pace at the minute, and from pace I've heard off air, Falguest isn't one to shy away from tonight. He's one that's got a lot of pace out there. And what can he do on this night? What can he do in terms of defeating his enemies tonight? His enemies, competitors, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be an interesting one to keep our eyes on and watch as the evening comes to an end. And we wave bye to the to the to the GTEs, and we say hello to a open wheel racing next at the end of August, beginning of September. I do believe the 4th of September. We say hello to the IndyCars in September on your Friday night. So IndyCars calendar to be announced soon as well. So keep your eyes out for the calendar. But yes, IndyCars are the ones to keep our eyes on coming up in a month's time. Clio Cup on a Monday night, and the GT3s will be back on the Wednesdays and Thursdays. Maybe GT3s on a Tuesday, depending on how many people sign up for the GT3s. We could see an amateur class being formed for a Tuesday night, so keep your eyes out for that one, as well as the calendar will be posted tomorrow of what the tracks are for next season. Calendar will be posted, and I tell you what, it is a tasty calendar. And we do have Jamie Brazier back in the commentary box, so a very good evening to Jamie Brazier. Jamie, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you, Matt. How are you?
Very well, thanks, mate. Unplugging the phone, making sure no disconnections happen?
No, just needing to sort something out, nothing to do with the phone.
Suzuka tonight, very historic track, Jamie. We've seen a lot of action happen at Suzuka in the past years, mainly in the Formula 1, but what are we expecting tonight?
Yeah, so it's quite a challenging circuit, quite a tight. Sector 1's quite tight and twisty, and then so the second half of the circuit's a bit more power. So it's going to be a bit of a mixture for what car's going to suit this track. So the Ford GT will be good on the final sector, but the Porsche and the BMW are going to be very quick at sector 1. So hopefully that puts the pack quite close together, and we can just have a nice race to end season 3 on.
Yeah, to end season 3 here at SimPlay Motorsport. Season 4 will be starting, like we say, beginning of September, end of August. Clio Cup will be starting as well. IndyCars at the first week, 30th of August for the Clio Cup, 4th of September for the IndyCar, and we're already in September. Where has this year gone? It's flying by already. There's Nicky there just to the side of the track. Andy currently quickest in his BMW, so not looking bad for Andy. Daniel Francis running in the 4 GT. So what is he capable of tonight? The number 52, currently down in P10 on Orthodubs in his 4 GT. Not yet set a lap time, P12 currently. Gone P11, he's just put a time in. DJ Phil as well hasn't yet set a lap time. So there's 1 minute 50 to go of this practice session. 32 lap race around the famous Suzuka circuit. And I'll just go through the grid order once again for you guys. It is Maze Gamer on pole, followed by Nicky. Much Nuts will be in 3rd. Daniel Francis will qualify P4. BT Targa will be in 5th, with DJ Phil Green 6th. That Buzzy Boy 7th, Xmart 8th, Andy in 9th, Disco 10th, Falguest 11th, and on Orthodubs P12. And cracking lineup tonight, Jamie, and massive congratulations to Dan as well for winning his 3rd title in as many weeks. Yeah,
saying massive work. Congratulations to an Orthodub. Say he's just been so good and so consistent this season. Say in GT5s you pushed him all the way to the title. In the GT3s, me, Gary, and D-Biggs pushed him not all the way, but fairly close. But say, unfortunately, with the demise of Vale, so I was a bit anticlimactic with this one. There could have been a massive
should have gone down to the massive wire to have a great battle tonight, and instead, I'm sure it's not the way Dan would have wanted to win it.
No, and say this track's famous for championship battles in 89 with
Prost and Senna. Yeah, Prost and Senna comes to mind.
And then the year after, Prost and Senna again.
Yeah, the 1 year where Senna went for a move and ended up getting disqualified for being pushed by the marshals, and then, well, we all know what happened the year after when as Murray Walker said, it's already happened, or it's happened at turn 1 or something like that, as they both flew off into the... It's happened already. Yeah, it's happened immediately, that's the one.
I believe Senna was actually disqualified for missing the chicane.
Yeah, missing the chicane, I think it was. Not the marshals pushing him, I think you're right. Yeah, he'd span and had a load of time that he lost. But yeah, track limits. What a bugger, eh? I suppose that's why we don't run with them. Tony in the chat, what special events have you got planned during the close season? Matt needs something to keep me entertained. Well, Tony, we've got plenty coming your way. We've got the Gran Turismo World Cup here at SimPlay Motorsport back. Not in the cars we had last season, though. We're running the classic minis for the World Cup. That one is going to be absolutely brilliant. We've also got, a lot of us came from a previous league. We are running a token night, if you will, to celebrate the year anniversary of SimPlay Motorsport on the 24th of August, a Tuesday night. Don't normally do the Tuesday nights, but this week we will. For that week, we'll be running a token night. So we'll be doing every track that was ran. Well, not every track, but the tracks that was ran in that previous league in GT5s. We'll do, I think, his Brands Hatch Indy. Formula Rookie is going to be, which is the British F4, with the cars we use for the British F4. That will be around Silverstone Classic. We're then going to have the Renault Clios, which we're going to do around Donington Park. We're going to have the Ginetta GT4s, which we're going to do around Silverstone International. Is it the international one? The one that they're doing in the touring cars?
It's the national.
The national one. Right, the GT4 Ginetta Super Cup around Silverstone National. It will then be the Porsche GT3s, in which we're going to go around Alton Park. And then we're going to finish with the touring cars, McGann Band, around Brands Hatch GP to finish things off, as Unorthodox there finishes with the quickest time, half a second quicker than Falgas. We're also doing, in memory of the Marshal that sadly lost his life last week, we're also doing a 6-hour endurance race to remember the Marshal for charity as well. There is a Just Giving page that is up, and hopefully we'll be able to get something planned with the organiser of the Just Giving page where we can chip in with that and do a 6-hour endurance race. Date to be confirmed on that one, as well as date to be confirmed on the GT Sport World Cup as well. But keep your eyes out. There'll be posters going up for the special events coming your way this season. And as the sun has set here at Suzuka, it's 8 PM at night. What have we got in this race? We are just waiting for them to ready up and to get the grid underway. And at the moment, who is your money on for the race win?
Well, say the grid order first, and then I'll put.
Grid order first, okay, yeah, that's a good point. I will give you the grid order again. Mace Gamer then will start himself on pole. Nicky will line up second. The Mutsnuts third. Daniel Francis will be put fourth. BT Targa fifth. DJ Phil Green sixth. That Bozzy Boy seventh. X Martin eighth. Andy ninth. Disco McDisco Face 10th. Falgast 11th. And Dan Unorthodox in 12th place. 16 people watching, 8 likes. Guys, let's smash the thumbs up button. Let's get to 15 likes at least before the end of this race. It really does mean a lot to the channel and to the drivers out there on track when they see these videos, these live streams. When they see the thumbs up, so they see the views, it means a lot to the guys who put on this watching. They all enjoy it. But Jamie, who's your race win on?
I'm going to go with the Mutsnuts. I'd like to see someone new win tonight, just to end the season off in a fantastic way with someone new winning a race here at SimPlay. As much as I know Dan's going to come through. I'd like to see the Mutsnuts win.
I'd like to see. I think BT will be a good shout to have a win here.
Yeah, we're now underway for the formation lap.
Yes, a formation lap underway here. And what the guys are going to do is they're going to get into their track order, and then we'll be able to get going around Suzuka, which, hey, let's announce it. Suzuka is on the calendar for next season, so be sure to check out that one, because that's going to be an interesting fight to go along with.
Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting track for the GT3s. So I've done this track before in the Bentley Continental, and it hasn't felt too bad around here.
Going to be interesting to see the GT3s go around here. Now, there's a few new tracks on the calendar for next season, Jamie, which will be announced this weekend. Are you looking forward? You know the calendar. Are you looking forward to it?
Oh yeah, there's one round, say or one track that I put forward myself that I'm very much looking forward to.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting season next year, Pro and Pro-Am, maybe an amateur league as well. So let's see what happens then as we go.
Well, yeah, one thing I just want to point out though, Nicky needs to turn his lights on.
Yeah, Nicky does need to get the lights on. Needs to get the full beams going here. So let's just check. Let's just go through the grid, Jamie. They're halfway around the lap then. So Mace Gamer on pole. Nicky in P2. The Mutsnuts in P3. Daniel Francis P4. BT Target in P5. That DJ Phil Green in P6, that Buzzy Boy in 7th with Xmart P8, Andy P9, Disco P10, Falguest P11, and Unorthodox P10. P12, even.
Yeah.
There we go then.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks like a proper formation lap this time. Say Maze Gamer's got them all at a good speed, and just say, yeah, it actually looks like a proper formation lap, not like the mess say we had it Austria a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
weeks ago.
That Buzzy Boy didn't let the people. It wasn't sort of keeping up to date with what was happening. Yeah, it was. Was an interesting one to say the least. As Nicky needs to get his lights on here, Jamie. I don't know if you're going to comment that on Dan's stream, but Nicky does need to get his lights on here. But we're coming round towards the world famous 130R.
Yeah, say, depending how this could be an overtaking opportunity, depending how brave you are. Nicky's now got his lights on, so
yeah, the lights are on for Nicky.
Yeah, so someone in the party must have told them.
Team Prolapse, a couple of them on the grid tonight, representing.
Yeah.
Good to see. Disco from the back, says JR. Let's keep our eyes on Disco then. Look at the Ferris wheel, beautiful.
Yeah,
really nice.
I was going to say. Yeah, so Suzuka is actually on the pit straight, not.
Yeah, it is. I've always thought it was in a different place here on Project Cars.
Yeah.
It's more. Yes. Here we go then. They're coming around the final corner. Maze Gamer looks like he's already kind of left Nicky a little bit here. I'm surprised Nicky's not stuck to Maze Gamer as much. Maze Gamer not yet gone. When's he going to decide to pull the trigger? Is he leaving it as long as possible, knowing that it's flat out for a while? Is he going to go at the line? I think he's good weaving, good warming up of the tyres. He's gone now, so we're away here at Suzuka. And look at that in the background. That's already Daniel Francis and BT Targa having a look at Nicky already. Side by side coming down in towards turn 1. The long sweeping left-hander. And that is Daniel Francis getting past... did he get past? No, he stayed P4. I think he was under pressure, but stayed P4. DJ Phil then has been passed by Xmart there then, so Xmart up into P8. DJ Phil now down to 9th as Disco round the outside, as is Andy and Dan. And there is a 4GTR. Falguest has already dropped to last. The 4GT Daniel Francis off then. So not the start through the first section yet. Well. He has. He's had a wobble somewhere, but Daniel Francis off from 4th place. That's promoted that Buzzy Boy up into P4 at the minute. So not bad for Liam, but it's Maze, Nicky, the Mutts Nuts, your top 3, and then look at the Mutts Nuts and Nicky there side by side coming through towards the hairpin corner then. It's the Degners here, isn't it? Degner 1 and Degner 2, isn't it here?
Yeah, Degner 1 and Degner 2.
Yeah, that was through Degner 1 and Degner 2. They're coming up to Spoon now.
Yeah.
And very interesting to see through Spoon. The Mutts Nuts ahead of Nicky, so he's up into 2nd. Buzzy Boy on the back of Nicky at the minute, so heck of a start from Buzzy Boy at the moment. Looks like he's worked hard in that Porsche. That's Disco who's making a blistering start, trying to get through the pack. And here comes Disco McDisco Face then, trying to get himself past BT Targa, and he's got that one done. And look who's following through as well. The champ yet to be crowned is coming through here. Dan Unorthodox is bringing Xmart with him, and BT Targa's lost a couple of places through Spoon there, Jamie. Not what he wants to do. And Nicky so wide at 130R, as is a few drivers. The Mutts Nuts has made a mistake. So has Maze Gamer. Oh, and there's Disco, who rolls over there. Who did he collide with? I think he collided with the Mutts Nuts. But Disco McDisco Face, an early pit stop, I believe. The Maze Gamers had to pits as well. He also lost the lead there. So Maze in at the end of lap 2. And what a crazy start.
Oh, what's happened there? That's the Mutts Nuts on his roof in the pit lane?
No way. Hopefully he has a reset button. Oh, I hope he has a reset button.
I don't think. I don't think he does. That Buzzy Boy is in the lead.
He's leading the race. Buzzy Boy is in the lead here in the GTs. We've lost the Mutts Nuts. No reset button for him. What a shame. Unreal. Seriously, says Disco in the chat. Knee out, Disco, says JR Sim Racing. They will not have to pit again, but Disco and Maze, huge pit stop. The Mutts Nuts and Maze look like they lost it coming through 130R, and that is Unorthodox getting past Nicky and into 2nd. We've got a huge battle on our hands now, Jamie, here. But Liam leads this race.
Yeah, and so he's now got an Unorthodox behind him. So this is going to be a real test for Liam. But say, from the looks of it, I think the Mutts Nuts just ran wide coming out of 130R and clip the wall on the outside and come back across the track in front of Disco, and they must have hit the sausage curves on there.
Well, what happened to Mace Gamer as well? Because he had a bit of a spin there as well. So interesting
so
one.
I wonder whether he just touched the curb coming out of 130R.
Well, now Dan's got a real battle on his hands, and you'll see these two battling next season in the Pro Series once again. And Liam looking for a Mercedes driver, we believe, next season. We believe that you and his partnerships came to an end in the Audi, unless you're driving the Merc. But these two will be battling like mad next season, no doubt. And Liam fended off Dan. A bit of a rivalry developing here off the track more than anything. But what are these guys going to do so far?
Yeah, Northdubs is just going to have the straight line advantage of over the Porsche, but through these turns, that Bozzy boy should just be able to pull away ever so slightly.
Yeah, indeed he should. And what can these guys do from here? Because they really are pushing this one to the limit, Liam. And it's a tight track here, Jamie, so there's not a lot of room for error around this track. BT back up to third as it's a team prolapse, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the moment. Daniel Francis is up to 6th, Falgas 7th, DJ Phil 8th, Andy 9th with Mace 10th and Disco 11th. But Dan right on the back of Liam, and they're just going through up towards Spoon now, and Liam's doing a heck of a job of keeping Dan behind at the moment.
Yeah, so he's not he's not making any mistakes or anything like that. He's just running his line. Oh, we've lost Disco.
Disco retired then early on in the race. What a shame for him. That's another retirement then in this one. So we're already down to 10 drivers. What a shame to lose drivers early on. The Muchnuts, obviously no reset button. And for Disco McDisco Face, obviously not sure what's happened with Disco after his pit stop, but a shame to lose him in this one. But through 130R, Liam leading from Dan.
Yeah, it looks like Liam just probably lifted a bit there, and I think Northdubs was just a little braver going through 130R because he just got a bit closer. So perhaps, say, if the chicane was there, that would be a brilliant overtaking spot for Northdubs. But
look at Liam actually a tenth quicker than Dan on the last lap, so Liam actually proving that he's more than a match at the moment. BT Targa X-Mark Falguest has got past Nicky then, further behind the scenes, and that's Daniel Francis looking to get past Nicky into Tier 1. Great racing so far. Yeah,
so it's brilliant racing from that Bozzy boy. Oh, I think Northam's got the inside. No, he hasn't quite, but has Liam run wide? No, he hasn't.
No, he's driving one through Degner 1 and 2. He's had a spin. I'm not sure what's happened there. He's had a huge spin, and he's going to lose out to Dan and to BT Targa. But I tell you what, you got to tip your hat to Liam. But yeah, that is good stuff. I mean, Dan pressured him, and Liam maybe just got over the curb at the exit to Degner 1, but span before Degner 2, and Dan did well to avoid that BT through. But Liam's still third place and still knows that he's got a decent car underneath him if he can keep it on the track to get on the back of BT, maybe get past as well. Falguest is looking to put X-Mart under some pressure as he's got past Nicky now for P6 and Daniel Francis for P7. 18 people watching, guys. Let's smash the thumbs up button. Let's get these likes on the video. 10 people watching that haven't liked yet, so let's hit the thumbs up button. But at the minute, X-Mart holding off Falguest in the other Porsche. Only 2 Porsches here in Liam and Falguest, and what are these guys going to do so far, Jamie? Didn't really think the Porsche should be a good car around here, but it's proven to be to holding its own.
Well, so the Porsche is just very good through the first half of the lap. So you just see Liam was able to hold his own against an Orthodox, but just say on that second half of the lap, that's just where the Ford GT comes into its own. Because that's just pretty much just straight on the second half of the lap. So yeah, that would have been a real test for Liam to defend, but unfortunately he's made the mistake. But he's still in third. He just needs to knuckle down and make sure he gets a podium.
Yeah, it's. He's got to get his head down, like we've said. He's can fall foul to his own mistakes, can't he? At times.
Yeah, so sometimes he just pushes the car too hard as Falguest gets up, tries to go around the outside of X-Mart, and he's done it already. Oh, I think that Bozzy boy just ran a little bit wide there. So with that mistake, is he just pushing too hard? I think Falguest has just run wide And we've lost another. Oh, he's in the wall.
No, we've lost Mays. We've lost Mays' game then. So Mays' game as season ends with no points on the board, and we're down to 9 drivers. I mean, I think we said this last week, don't we? What, you know, people driving and then retiring races. I get frustration kicks in with incidents and stuff, but you've really got to sort of make sure you get into the end of the races. Falgasan has been passed by Nicky after a spin.
Yeah, so with people retiring, it's the last race of the season, but you can still get some points. It can say last night, say with me disconnecting, being in 14th, I could have just given up, but no, up to 4th, and it just gives you that confidence that you know you can do it.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a shame to see Disco and Mays obviously retiring. Muchnuts obviously on his roof and nowhere to go, but for Disco and Mays, shame to see them retire.
That's Daniel Francis has spun on the exit of 130R.
He has, and Andy and DJ Fell have a chance now to gain on Daniel Francis. They're a fair way behind them two at the minute. Falgas tucks back in behind Nicky, and Liam out front, just losing a bit of time to BT and Unorthodox here, and so far so good if you are down in terms of getting them points to actually outscore Vale side. And Mays gamer disconnects. There we go. So he did retire. He's now disconnected.
Yeah, but say this is a perfect opportunity for. Have we lost that? We've lost Andy as well.
Oh yeah, we have just lost Andy. Andy's left the session. So
yeah, saying all that about not about not retiring, then Andy just goes and retires.
Yeah. And this has been the story of the GTEs this year, hasn't it? Too many retirees.
I think Unorthodox has made a mistake though, because BT Targa's just sailed on through.
Wow, so BT Targa then gets into the lead of this race, and another DNF for Andy this season. It's a season which has been poor for him, Andy, in the Ginetta, and it's another one he'll want to forget here. But what a shame, because he was on form for getting some decent points at the end of this season tonight, and maybe consolidating that 3rd place. And tell you what a shame Sutty and Gary aren't here, because the two above that Disco and Andy around them could have gone above them tonight, but that's allowed Bozzy Boy the chance to score some good points. I tell you what, if you're disqualified for speeding in the pits was Andy. So there we go. Andy didn't retire, disqualified for speeding in the pits. Well, what a shame, Andy. That brings end to what's been a dismal season in that Ginetta as well, and obviously we hope to see you back in season 4 for the which I think we announced last night, you and Disco in the BMW. That's some pairing in the BMW M6.
Yeah, so seeing how strong Mazda was in the BMW last night, so Disco showed some pretty good pace in the BMW, so hopefully Andy can have a bit more luck next season.
Yeah, hopefully so, and the same goes for Mazda as well, for Disco as well, because he's been very unfortunate at times this season, where he's just like I think he said in the chat himself, he's just ran into bad luck at times, and it's not been great. Guys, girls, let's hit that thumbs up button in the likes. Let's get the likes up to 16. Currently 8 of you watching that haven't hit the like button. See you in season 4, says Disco. We will see you indeed. You need to actually, Disco, while I've got you in the chat, you need to actually get that sign up sheet done, so we've got the numbers there and we can see the numbers rolling in.
Yeah, I was going to say, at the minute that Bozzy Boy's going to be quite happy in where he is. He's in the middle of he's in no man's land. He's about just over 3 seconds behind an Orthodox, but he's 6 seconds ahead of Xmark, so he hasn't exactly got to push to stay in front of Xmark, because he's at the minute he's seeming to lap a bit quicker and
Simon, sorry Jamie, Simon Blair, I do believe that might be the Mutts Nuts. First spun out at the top of the corner, Disco, then he'd pull out in front of me, so I think that would say that Mays span at the top of 130R, pulled out on the Mutts Nuts, and then Disco's then come round and got involved in sort of that wreckage. So I think that is what happened. Next season cannot come soon enough, says Andy in the chat. Andy as well, you need to get signed up for season 3, get it registered so we can get the numbers in to maybe get that AM class running, as well as Unorthodox trying to get past BT Toggy. You're right though about Liam, he is kind of in no man's land.
Yeah, so he's lapping near enough on Unorthodox's pace. He's lapping a lot quicker than Xmart at the minute. Say Falgas though, he's the quickest man on track, so he could.
Falgas looks good in that portion.
He's ahead of Xmart.
He is ahead of Xmart. We heard off air that Falgas was the quickest man to do a lap so far tonight.
Yeah, so he's just had a bit of a. So he's had a bit of a spin, so he's not right up with BT and Unorthodox. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's interesting to see him. He's not kind of on the pace. What's he got to Liam? He's 8 seconds behind Liam, but hey, plenty of time to do so. Plenty of time to do so at all. Indeed, sorry, here.
And Octopus has just closed back up onto BT Targa now.
Yeah, and you have to admit that Dan has been a cut above the rest this season.
Yeah, so he's just been so consistent this season. Been so quick and consistent all in one.
And he said it himself, didn't he? That, no more Mr. Nice Guy, elbows out on racing for me sort of thing now. As well as he's played the team game with D-Biggs and won the Constructors title in the GT3s. It's shown in the GT5s and tonight, on a Friday night, that he has really been more aggressive and really taken no prisoners in getting to the front. But he's done it fair as well. I'm not saying that he's done it and he's been a bit dirty and a bit naughty. He's done it fair. Yeah,
so he hasn't been a bit like a certain Mr. McNeil who just push people out the way.
Oh yeah, because Plato was much better this weekend, ploughing into the back of a black BMW. But enough about touring cars. We're here to talk about GTs.
Nicky now coming into the pits. He looked quite slow there, so he probably just don't know whether he'd made a mistake just before the pit lane, but he's now coming in for his mandatory stop.
Yeah, so Nicky coming in at the end of lap 9 then, so he is the first man to bring it into the pits that's still here. First man to pit then, so we'll see what Nicky can do from here. 18 people watching, still only 9 likes. Takes a real man to drive them with a passionate... Oh, Dan! Huge off there. Where's that? That's just coming up towards Spoon. Dan's had a huge off then. And that could really allow Bozzy Boy a chance to get on the back of Dan. And Dan then could have some big damage where he's going to have to pit. And that could really cost Dan a place. I tell you what, if I was Liam, I'd maybe think about diving into the pit lane now to sort of cover Dan off, if you get what I mean.
Well, say Liam could do that, or say if he pits now, I reckon he'd come out around Daniel Francis and then he'd be battling with him. So
yeah, is it worth it at the moment? We'll see if Daniel Francis and X-Mark pit. That is the other question as well. What does Dan do then as they're flat through 130R? In fact, to tell you what, the next time we see a car at 130R, let's get that speedo loaded, see if they are flat.
Dan's coming in.
Dan is coming in. Liam then not choosing to follow as well. So Dan is coming in. Did Dan take the wrong line there? Liam's had a spin. Liam's had a big crash. So Liam and Dan then in. So Liam's advantage that he got is going to be no more, as he's pitting the same like with Dan with damage, and Falgues will be promoted to P2. So let's keep an eye on the pit stops here, Jamie. Who's going to be out the pits quickest? X-Mark moves up to 3rd. Daniel Francis, we reckon, will move up to 4th. Dan's away, so not bad damage for Dan there. Liam's away as well, so Liam as well, not that bad. Whoa, that pit lane, that looks very bumpy. Was that just me, or did that pit lane look very bumpy on your screen?
Yeah, that pit lane did look very bumpy. I know, say on the F1, say when you do Suzuka on the F1 game, it's quite a downhill pit lane, but it definitely isn't bumpy as that.
Yeah, definitely not as bumpy as that.
Yeah, hopefully, say Liam's not lost too much time. Realistically,
no. What is he? 5 seconds. That's about what it was before Dan had his spin. So I mean, Liam's not lost too much time. He maybe would have gained a bit more though had he not crashed. But yeah, it is Dan Francis now in 4th, ahead of Unorthodox and that Bozzy Boy. But the top 4 still to pit. DJ Phil as well, still to pit.
Yeah, so I wonder whether Liam had just been caught out by Unorthodox going slowly.
Yeah, because Dan took the wrong line into the pit lane as well. He sort of got out the way of Liam going through the chicane, didn't he?
Yeah, so Dan actually done the F1.
Yeah.
The F1 track where he went over the chicane, where he was just meant to do the Project Cars line and then
who's coming towards the end? Let's go towards towards X-Mark. So as you see, let's just jump on board him. You see here, there's the chicane, the dotted line for the chicane, which Dan took, I think. Whereas the pit lane's now to the left there, so that is where Dan should have gone. That isn't where Dan went. Cheers, Andy, for doing the GT3 sign-ups. Appreciate that one. That's obviously for numbers for an amateur league. But yeah, Dan then not taking the right line, but here's on board a lap of the GTE on board Xmart. So yeah, Dan did. I wonder if Liam got caught out by Dan sort of getting out of Liam's way and going at the F1 route.
Yeah, say he might have done. Say, with him seeing Dan going slowly, he must have been thinking, what's happening with Dan? Dan, and yeah. Hopefully that hasn't knocked his confidence too much.
No, I don't think it will. He's although he's now 10 seconds behind Dan. So let's hope not. Let's hope he gets back onto it straight away because he's looked good tonight as Liam.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing just on this onboard, it's saying that that Xmart's just not in any gear. He's just in neutral.
Yeah, I don't think it shows us what gear he's in when we're ever on board with him. For the same reason as well, I think all his tyre temps are at 80. I don't think it says it shows us his actual tyre temps either.
I was going to say if his tyre temps were 80 degrees, then I'd wait. Is that Dan? I thought that was Daniel Francis off then. I thought I saw a car off at Spoon, but no.
No, then, so no car off at Spoon. We continue on board X. Might load the speedo up if we can quickly before he gets to 130 odd. So he's flat scat. Is he going to lift any into 130? Oh, huge lift for X-Mart there. Yeah, who else we got? Let's go on Orthodubs. He may lift here due to Daniel Francis being in front.
I wonder whether Daniel's got damage because he's
slow.
Yeah, he looked. Also, it might be the downforce that he's running.
Yeah, this is true. The setup could be different, and Orthodubs could be running a bit less downforce. But yeah, Daniel had to get that one. I imagine here. Look, Dan could be watching his highlights of the GT3 on that monitor in the car from last night. They rubbed us. Daniel Francis just squeezing on Orthodubs there.
Yeah, squeezed him just to the limit though.
Yeah, just enough.
He had a bit of a slide there.
He did then. So where is Bozzy Boy then? He's 8 seconds behind Daniel Francis. So let's, should we go back trackside because that one's a bit smashed up. We'll see what Liam can do then as he comes round and tries to catch Daniel Francis. But good night for Liam. Can take a lot of confidence from this last race.
Yeah, so you definitely can. But I think he's just made another mistake though because he's dropped about 5 seconds behind. Yeah, 5 seconds further behind. DJ Phil now comes into the pits.
Oh, he sped as well, so a pit lane speed limit penalty for DJ Phil, so that's 10 seconds minimum for DJ Phil there then, as Jamie just brought up on screen. 13 people watching, guys, 9 likes. Let's smash the thumbs up button as well, and don't forget, sign-up sheets are out for Clio Cup, IndyCar, as well as the GT3 season if there's good pit stop. Good pit stop, Phil.
Yeah. Oh no, he didn't.
Oh no, he was in the wrong pit box. He was in the wrong pit box. Oh, Phil. Oh, that's heartbreaking when you see that. Falgas comes through and laps him.
Yeah, he's done a Jensen Button for I think it was China 2011.
He's done a Lewis Hamilton from China as well.
I think that was Malaysia.
Was it Malaysia? Well, Malaysia or China, but
yeah, because I saw a clip of it earlier. Yeah, that pit lane's very bumpy.
Very bumpy, isn't it? Very, yeah. Hopefully they'll smooth that one out before we come here in the GT3s later in the year then.
Yeah, some of the cars could end up bottoming out.
Oh, the Audi, I imagine, would be terrible coming out the pit lane there. As here's BT Targ then, world of his own, but Falgast is slowly chipping away at that time.
Yeah, so one mistake for BT Targa and Falgast will be right on him.
Falgas will be on him indeed. It's going really well so far if you're BT Targa, and Falgas having some good pace as well. But can Dan, who was the quickest man on track by 0.7 of a second last lap, get on these guys a bit quicker? Liam looks like he's lost more time to Daniel Francis as well. A 51.4 last lap, not the greatest of pace, but Daniel Francis still got to pit here, so he may get past Daniel in the pit stops, but he's losing that time to Xmart and Falgas, isn't he here?
Yeah, he just needs to settle himself back down, get back to how he was before he came in, before he made that mistake on the way into the pit. He just needs to settle himself back down. Yeah,
indeed, he does then as he comes up and over the hill and wide there.
He almost touched the grass.
Yeah, makes his way to approach the Degners. Dan within 4 seconds of Xmart here, so an Orthodubs flying through. Degner 1 goes Liam towards Degner 2, and Dan's at Spoon. And he'll be able to see Xmart's Corvette in front of him now. That'll be popping up if you're Dan.
Falgas, what a lap there. Wow. He's in the 140, so he's gained
140.8. He's gained 2 seconds exactly over BT Targa that last lap. So Falgas flying at the minute. he could win this race in this position. He's still got a pit, but we've seen Dan make a few mistakes tonight, so I think Falgas could have this one in the bag and get a race win. Here comes Dan, then down the start straight he comes. He's 4 seconds behind X-Mart, and look at Dan as well, though, 2/10 quicker than Falgas. So Dan, flying at the moment.
Yeah. Wow. So they're both. So someone must have told him about Falgas time, or he's got the stream on in the background, and he's just responding to it.
Yeah, Dan then flying at the minute. What can Falgas do to respond to that one? X-Mart in the middle, a couple of seconds slower than the pair of them, so losing out to Falgas, but also losing out to Dan massively this time. And Dan now well within 2.5 seconds of Falgas. 15 people watching. Guys, hit that thumbs up button and let's get as many likes on this stream as we can. Let's get that up to 15 likes if possible. But Unorthodox here doing well. He'll really see that Corvette now, will Dan, and he's going to be putting X-Mart under some pressure. The Wall, evening everybody, evening to the Wall. Signed up for the IndyCar League, so it'd be great to commentate on the Wall. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we can use some great analogies for the Wall.
Bring on the Wall!
and he's gone in. The Wall's gone into the Wall.
Yeah. Oh, a flash of the lights there from Dan there. Yeah, X-Mart, he's coming.
He's just saying, come, Mart. You know I'm here now, so
no excuses to not let me through now, mate. Let me go. Because Falgast has done a 40.4 there. He's coming into the pits, and Falgast. I don't know if the Prolapse lads know where the pit entry is here, but it's not through the chicane. It's not through the chicane.
Yeah, he came right to a standstill there as well, so he might lose.
Yeah, might lose a bit of time. So where is that Bozzy boy? We'll keep an eye on him. Now, is Liam flat through? We just missed it. Was he flat through? No, he wasn't. As he just applies a bit of throttle then as he comes through the corner. So Liam not flat through 130R, and he's really now reeling in Daniel Francis. X-Mart away. Is that Daniel just gone through? Yeah, Daniel's just gone through, and
there's DJ Phil on the grass.
It's DJ Phil. So Liam gets through as well then. So X-Mart back down to 6th, and quite a way behind that Bozzy boy and Daniel Francis. Daniel Francis, though, still to pit, as is BT Targa and Falgas. Falgas, though, was 6/10 quicker than Unorthodox last lap. He is flying at the minute. Flat through 130R. That's a change of gear. Yes. Yeah. Bit of a lift. He was wide.
Yeah, he was wide just on the exit.
BT is usually really consistent. Be surprised if he makes a mistake. I hope I haven't just cursed him, says Ben Parkey. Evening to Ben Parkey and the Wall. Evening, Peaceful Stepdad. As Peaceful Stepdad says, evening to the Wall. And look at that, another 1 minute 40. Oh no, 141.3. Sorry, just updated. So we're losing a bit of time that lap, but that's probably where he went wide. Lost a couple of tenths, probably going wide at 130R, having to get off the power. And at the moment, Falgast looking on course, BT Tog, looking on course for a win, but Falgast is slowly just chipping away at his time here. Yeah,
if Falgast, it all depends whether they know about the glitch. If BT does a glitch pit stop, then he'll definitely get out in front. But if he doesn't, then he could have Falgast right on the back of him.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Falgask and BT Targa's pit stops will be. Matt, who is in the commentary box with me, it's Big Boy Brazier in the commentary box. And he's done 17 laps plus a 10-minute practice session without lagging out yet. So, I mean, he's done really well. I've probably just cursed his internet now.
Yeah, I was going to say I did two races. Well, I was going to say 2 races in qualifying session without lagging out, but I lagged that in the qualifying session.
I lagged that in the qualifying session, yeah. Which was a shame as well. The Audi seemed to struggle last night.
Yeah, that did struggle, but I was just down to the setup that we were running. So we knew the Audi would struggle around Monza anyway, but just wanted to make it a bit more stable. I think Falgas just lost a bit of time. Wow.
Unorthodox 139.914. He is flying coming through Spoon at the minute. Dan,
absolutely on it.
Dan, the man in a Ford on a mission. BT Targa made a mistake on Wednesday. I'm sure you remember, Jamie. That's what Tony's granddad's just... that's what Tony Fury's granddad's just said, Jamie. I don't know. Ah, there we go. I did jinx his broadband look, and Jamie Brazier is just disconnected from the session due to lagging out. So I have just absolutely jinxed his broadband. And Jamie will be back in just a moment. Then we're going to have to watch Falgas go round for the time being. Jamie will be back in a moment or two, then hopefully, as BT Targa leads 5 seconds up the road from Falgas. Dan 28 seconds off the race lead at the minute. Will he jump BT Targa when BT Targa pits? That's the big question. Oh, excuse me. From pit in to pit out, will BT Targa fall behind on Orthodubs? This could be an interesting one to watch, but Falgas as well has still got to pit. That one in its own right is going to be an interesting one to find out as well. Going back down to that Bozzy boy, he's lost a bit of time to Daniel Francis, not really gained on him like he wanted to. As Jamie's back with us then, so just as we was saying about your Wi-Fi, Jamie, we've got him cursed it. Yeah.
Yeah, you cursed it now.
Yeah, apologies. Dan with a 140 dead last lap as well. So Dan the man, the prolapse postman, is on schedule for another delivery, says Ben Parkin. Convenient, says Fury's granddad. He obviously didn't unplug the house phone earlier, Tony. That's still plugged in and not looking like it's going to be unplugged at any moment. But here comes Falguest. Still not pitted yet as Falguest and BT Targa, and Daniel Francis as well hasn't been into the pits. And Falguest here doing a 140.1, so quick lap. He's at 2 seconds again quicker than BT Targa, who's only 4 seconds up the road. Dan though 28 seconds, Jamie, ahead of behind BT Targa. The pit stops are going to be interesting.
Yeah, and Fury's granddad just put BT made a mistake on Wednesday. I'm sure you remember. Yep. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I remember well.
I've just clicked on Ascari when Fury got past to win.
Yeah. I've tried erasing it from my mind.
You might get another record one day, Jamie. We'll never know. Hey, look, you've always got them lap records at the moment.
Yeah.
Lap records will be updated. Do you know what? I think we'll post the lap records. We'll update them all from the final end of the season. We'll get them posted on the Discord and on the Facebook group. Liam's lost out to Dan a bit, 13 seconds behind Dan. Dan still got to pit though at the minute, as Nicky and Xmark not back onto their pace as of yet. 10 seconds separate them too. Excuse me. McDisco face. Sign up done again, says Disco. Andy's done his as well. So that's the sign up sheet's looking good. We need. What is it? It's 16. That's 32 for a pro and pro-am. We need at least 40 drivers signed up to run an amateur class. And we've got currently 29 drivers signed up. So an amateur class could be on the cards here. It's looking very much that way for the GT3s. BT is coming in then. Another prolapse driver taking the alternate pit lane here, which I reckon loses you a couple of seconds.
That must lose a good 3 or 4 seconds there. Who else have we lost?
Oh, we've just lost another driver. We've lost BT. I reckon he sped it. Yeah, I think he sped in the pit lane.
Oh, so Liam's podium could be back on.
So what was that Ben Parky was saying about BT doesn't make mistakes? He sped in the pit lane. What has happened to BT Targa there then? We're down to 7. Falguest leads from Dan. Battle on now between these two, and Liam's podium could be on, like Jamie said.
Yeah, I think Fury's granddad has just cursed BT there by saying he does make mistakes.
A lot of cursing going off tonight, lads and ladies. Oh, apologies.
It might be maybe the curse of Laguna Seca could still be with us.
The curse of Suzuka. Apologies for the yawn, ladies and gentlemen. That is what 2 kids waking you up in the morning early will do to you. But we have Falguest here, 24 seconds ahead of Unorthodox at the minute, who is flying so far into Spoon Corner, lapping about the same pace as Falguest and Unorthodox. Daniel Francis MP3, but only 11 seconds behind, ahead of that Buzzy boy, sorry. What is he going to do in terms of his pace? Can he get any more from this? And can Liam be back on that podium once again?
I was going to say, if I was Falguest, I would be in this lap, because the gap's about 25 seconds, and with Dan's pace, I say I'd be in.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not coming this lap.
I agree with you. I agree with you here.
At the minute, he'd come out probably just around Unorthodox, where say with an orthodox pace, he's just going to close in, and making mistakes like that isn't going to help.
No, Falgas and
Oh, he's a bit twitchy.
Yeah, he's very
twitchy.
He always seems to like a twitchy setup, though, does Falgas. I've always seen him all season with a very twitchy. Yeah, 22 seconds.
Yeah.
Liam still not really gaining a lot on Daniel Francis. In fact, no, the gap's still 11 seconds actually between them two. So,
DJ Phil, I think DJ Phil really needs to come into the pits because that car, BMW, looks very bad and bruised and has got no lights on it, or he's turned. No, I think he's just turned the lights off. So,
oh, okay. Well, it's absolutely spot on clean to me with lights on.
Ah, okay.
So we are seeing two different things here because it's clean and with lights on. Ben Parkett, BT turn magic off, start 4. We are on plan A plus 3 laps. Disco face. My car going to be looking like a Roman chariot next year. Weaponised wheel to keep away the haters. BT was looking for the green cones for limiter. Oh well, enjoyed it while it lasted. What a shame for BT Targa. But was in the lead for so long. A man that we'll see in the Pro Series next year, Jamie, and a man that's very quick in his Mercedes, keeping up with X-Mart as well.
Yeah, so with X-Mart and BT coming up, that means there'll probably be 2 more Mercedes in the. Also, there could be 4 more Mercedes if the rumours are true that that Bozzy Boy is going in a Mercedes, and they as well. Fury might end up in the Mercedes show with with how quick he was in that car. So we could have a whole host of Mercedes in the Pro next season.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens in terms of cars next year. They've got to be decided by the 28th of August, and if they're not decided, then the admin will pick for them. And what we've got to do as well is them 17 people that are watching, there's 5 of you out there that's not hit the little thumbs up button. Why don't you go ahead and give that one a push, and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. Obviously, get these likes in for these guys. Get the likes in for Dan's 3rd championship in 3 weeks, because it would mean the world to him. 140.5 last lap for Dan, 142.2 for Falgas. Dan's coming here, excuse me again, Dan is coming here, and Unorthodox is really flying. Daniel Francis, so still 3rd, not yet pitted, ahead of that Bozzy Boy. Lapping 9/10 slower than that Bozzy Boy last lap, and the gap is now 10 seconds, and Falgas has dropped it. Coming through the exit of Spoon, Falgas has lost the rear of the car on the curbs and has gone right round, and that is no, that's not Unorthodox, that's Nicky then, who's a lap down. Falgas we may see dive into the pits this lap. But what a mistake from Falgas, Jamie.
Yeah, so that's a very costly error there from Falgas, because that has well and truly lost him this race. Is he now going to dive into the pits? Doesn't look like it. No, he's going to keep going.
Well, risky move maybe for Falgas with a bit of damage to that car, maybe some aero damage as well. Bit of damage. Press F to pay respect, says Ben Parkey in the chat. As Unorthodox then is now 12 seconds behind Falgas, and it's not brought Bozzy Boy back into play for a 2nd place, but one mistake like that, a couple more in these next couple of laps before he has to pit, that could bring Bozzy Boy back into it. Daniel Francis still to pit then, and Liam is now under 10 seconds behind Daniel Francis, and not doing a bad job.
Yeah, so he was quicker than Daniel Francis that last lap, but he's just not. It just wasn't by enough. It was by about 2 tenths. Realistically, he needs to be.
Daniel Francis still got to pit though.
He's still got a pit. So yeah. Once again, it's all going to depend on how quick Daniel Francis' pit stop is, and
Daniel needs a quick one to get in and out and be on the back of Bozzy, doesn't he? Because either way, I think 10 seconds isn't enough, but as quick a pit stop as he can to get in and out on the back of Liam, and then battling from there.
He needs a Red Bull pit stop, yeah. Sub 2 second pit stop.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes on Daniel Francis, and Unorthodox is now 11 seconds behind. X-Mart isn't far behind Liam. That's about 16 seconds as well.
So I must have had the Red Bull mechanics in that 2nd race last night, because I managed to do a 2 second pit stop.
Oh, that's good going. That is good going.
Yeah, so I think has Unorthodox just dropped a bit of time here, or was he?
No, he's flashing DJ Phil. DJ Phil stays well out the way of Unorthodox there then. And no, Dan's, it was about 12 seconds last time round. It is now 10 as the cameraman picks up Buzzy Boy up. Excuse me. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, lovely kids waking me up early hours of the morning. The joys of the school holidays, let me tell you that one. But at the moment, can that Buzzy Boy gain them 10 seconds on Daniel Francis? Daniel Francis and Falgas, the only two still to pit. Dan's got the gap under 10 seconds now, and Falgas 143 dead last time around, sort of lapping in the Dan Francis and that Buzzy Boy era. And Disco McDisco face supreme season champ, he says in the chat. And for Unorthodox, what a season it's been. What, you know, we've said it time and time again, but what a season.
Yes, it's just been an absolutely unbelievable season from him. So he's just been up there in every championship, no matter what it is. Say GT5s, GT3s, GTEs. Yeah. So even when we go on to other games such as onto GT Sport, he's up there.
Yeah, and he's also up there on F1 when we've been in previous leagues that we've done F1 on. He's always been up there on that as well, hasn't he? And
yeah, when he doesn't, as long as he doesn't get taken out by Gary crashing into everyone at turn 1.
Yeah, or doesn't leave the door wide open at Canada. But he's a racer.
Hit the back of Argent at Spa.
Yeah, or that one. He's a racer though, is Dan, isn't he? He's a racer, and he loves it.
Yeah. So I was going to say you see on his social media, on his Instagram and all that, he's always posting about his racing. With all of us, he loves to go and watch his racing. He's just he's just literally your typical motorsport fan.
He is, and we'll get the pleasure of meeting him at Donington Park in a few months' time.
Yeah.
And not far away now, Jamie.
Yeah, it's not very far away at all.
No, in fact, we get to meet a week on Sunday.
Yeah,
we get to meet a bit of karting. That should be fun. We get to meet.
Yeah,
I'm not commentating. I am racing. I'm not there to commentate it. Although, if someone wants to record it, and I will edit it and commentate over it and post it on the channel, because that'll be brilliant. But now, brilliant. What a day that's going to be. A few of the SimPlay lads will be there as Falgas, and his lead is now 7 seconds. His times are only as quick as that Buzzy Boy's. Look, Buzzy was quicker, as was Daniel Francis on the last lap, and he's still got to pit. So could Liam maybe he's put his foot down a little bit, and if his pace is really slowing in Falgas, could Liam have the chance of a second place?
Yeah, I think he needs Falgas to make quite a big mistake, get quite a lot of damages. I think I know if there was just a little sliding on the exit of Spoon there.
Looked it, didn't he?
He's got a back marker just in front. I have a feeling is that Nicky? Yeah, Nicky in front.
Nicky's the car in front of Unorthodox.
There's a car really slow. That's Falguest in front who's...
Oh, Falguest is Spanish, dropped it. Dan then leads this race. Falguest is going to dive into the pit lane at lap 25. Oh, he's got to get it slowed down. He's got to get it slowed down. He's got a time penalty. Falguest has got a time penalty. 10 seconds. Buzzy Boy, he's all of a sudden back in for a second place here. He's got to get his foot down. Falguest has lost so much time with that spin. Can Buzzy Boy now get ahead of Falguest, who's going to have one heck of a pit stop? Where is he? At Spoon. We'll keep an eye on Falguest. Liam then, coming through Spoon corner at the minute. Falguest still not yet. He's away now. Liam has got to get his foot down. Falguest has made a couple of mistakes here. If he makes a couple more, Liam is right back in this race. And I tell you what, where's Daniel Francis? I think Daniel's going to come. Yeah, so Daniel's coming onto pit straight. He will not get Falguest. Daniel's got to pit. Falguest needs to keep it on the road for a second place. We could be having Buzzy Boy P2 here.
Yeah, so at the minute, I think he's just about 15 seconds behind. So yeah, he's gonna need a bit of luck here. Is Liam, or he just needs to put his foot well and really flat.
That Bozzy boy has got to keep it consistent but quick at the same time, because he needs to make sure he can get within 10 seconds of Falgas, and very important that he does that. Dan and Nicky, the Team Prolapse boys, lapping each other then as they're coming through 1:30. And look at them both, just sort of, well, it's formation for Team Prolapse, if you will, as Dan eventually puts a lap on Nicky. No, they're still side by side, so holding their own of these boys.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to be what I'll be careful here, because this fooling around that normally doesn't work out. They just normally you end up hitting the other person. It would just make Unorthodox look a bit silly. But Nicky's now run quite a way off.
Nicky's now gone well off the track, and Dan has lapped him and flashes. Nicky's still giving him a good flash.
Yep. So Unorthodox giving a flash back. That Bozzy boy's just under 10 seconds behind Daniel Francis. 15
seconds behind Falgast is Bozzy at the minute.
Daniel Francis wide out of 1:30. When is Daniel Francis going to come into the pits?
Yeah, good question. When is Daniel Francis going to pit? That is going to be Fury's Grandad. What a shame for Falgas. What a shame indeed. But if he's repaired his damage, he'll be lightning quick, we know. And Bozzy getting that gap down to about 14 seconds maybe to Falgast here.
Yeah, so maybe Falgas just had a bit of a knock of confidence after a couple of mistakes, so he can't put the power down quite as much.
One thing we need to keep our eyes on is what will happen to Bozzy Boy and Falgast as this race goes on. We'll have to keep our eyes out as to what's the pace is going to be then. We're down on lap 27 to 33. Daniel Francis to still pit. Tell you what, Daniel Francis ought to get his pit stop out of the way, because he could be on for a podium if Falgas keeps making mistakes.
Oh no, but Daniel Francis just made a mistake there.
Oh, he is. He's off at the second Degner. Oh, what a shame for Daniel then.
Here comes that Bozzy boy. He doesn't need to overtake Daniel Francis with...
No. Oh, Daniel looks like he's got damage. He's missing a headlight.
On my screen he's got both. So
on mine he's only got one.
I was going to say, it looks like he's given a suspension a bit of a whack there, and it start to pull to one side. Is he just letting him through? Missed a gear there.
Yeah, he did miss a gear there. He's let Bozzy through as well. Daniel looks like he's got some damage, and Liam then 14 seconds to Falgast. He needs to gain 5 seconds over Falgast this next lap. These next 5 laps to be in for a shout at a P2. So podium for Liam at the minute. Daniel Francis will pit. Will he come out ahead of Exmart? That's the big question. But at the minute, it's unorthodox from Falgast. That Bozzy Boy P3. Daniel's been disqualified. He's got to race distance, so will score himself a 7th place. But Daniel Francis disqualified there. What a shame.
Yeah, so you could just see that he was coming way too hot. He's coming way too hot into the pits, and
so this is the battle.
That's the end of his season.
Yeah, that's the end of his season. Another start though for Daniel Francis to go against his name, so that's another one that will put him on to 51 race starts here at SimPlay Motorsport. And 51 race starts, not too bad. We've got a few reaching the 50 appearances. Phil will actually make his 50th appearance at first race next season, so which will all be announced soon enough. Daniel Francis, and it's glitched out at Daniel, look on this corner at Degnall 1 and 2, and back to that Bozzy Boy. You need 3.8 seconds to get on the back of Falgast. I tell you what, Falgast times aren't really impressive, are they?
No, so the gap's down to 13.5 seconds, so that Bozzy Boy is going to be sniffing a second place.
Could be. He really could be in with a shout here. Falgast has got some work to do if he's to keep himself ahead of that Bozzy Boy. What can Liam do though in terms of getting on the back of Falgast? He's got to find some pace from somewhere, hasn't he?
It's down to... I think Falgast has made a mistake.
He has. Has he? He has. He looks like he's got some more damage. Bozzy's under 8 seconds to him. So Liam Gamer, Bozzy Boy, Liam Gamer was his old YouTube name. That Bozzy Boy is in with a shout here of a P2 behind Unorthodox. We've lost. No, we lost Daniel Francis. We're down to 6 drivers. Very spread out here in these GTEs, which is a shame to end the season in this way.
But I was going to say, I think that possibly getting another podium has to make up for that.
Oh, it really has to make up for that on a tough grid as well. But this will give him some confidence going into next season, Jamie, after last night's performance as well.
Yeah. Yeah, so Daniel Francis in the chat, doesn't seem like he's very happy with himself.
A few stars in the chat,
and
there could be a star on the podium when we speak to him in just a little bit.
Yeah.
That Bozzy Boy is at 7.8 behind Falguest, and Falguest has a 10-second penalty, so at the minute that Bozzy Boy could be on for another podium as the camera glitches to Daniel Francis. We're going to just have to change. There we go, it goes back now through Degner 2.
Yeah, so when that goes through Degner 2, it seems that Liam's car's taken a Mario Kart style, because that just seems to start glowing.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just the lights coming under the bridge that's there. But I see what you mean then. So that gap's 7.5. So let's keep our eyes on this gap. Dan, 39 seconds out of Falguest. Falguest a 149.5 last time round. It's not the lap he'd have wanted to do. And at the minute,
Liam just touched the grass coming out of Spoon. So he's going to want to be careful.
He is going to want to be careful.
Is Falguest coming in? No, he's off again.
No, he's off again, and that'll be Bozzy Boy to pass him for position. Is X-Mart in a shout for a podium here tonight? What's the gap to X-Mart and Falguest? That is 19 seconds, 18, 17, 16, 15 seconds. It's going down. Falguest isn't moving. He's spun it around. He gets going now. I think he's got to pit.
He's got to be in. You cannot drive the car like that.
He's going. No, he's going to try it. He's going to get to the end. He's going to try this. X-Mart in line for a podium. That Bozzy Boy is P2 here and could get less. Boys, girls, whoever's watching, if you've not hit that thumbs up button, you've got to hit the thumbs up button for Liam's second podium this season in what has been a season where you wouldn't have expected him to get a podium.
Falguest has a bit of a twitch there. Well, surely Falguest has got to come in because he's got no working lights.
You'd have thought so, but
he's struggling so much because the car's just pulling either side. Oh, he's off.
He's off again. Falguest really struggling here.
Here comes X-Mart.
Yeah, so X-Mart in the Corvette will get past Falguest as Aries Falguest stays to the side to let X-Mart through, and that is job done. Nicky could get Falguest here then as well. Falguest then looks like he's going to finish P5 at the end of this one. I think DJ Phil's too far behind to get Falguest.
Yeah, I think DJ Phil's about to. Yeah, he's 2 laps down and he's got a time penalty as well.
What a shame then for Falguest. Was running so well at the start of this night. He's going to be P5 again. He's finished P5 3 times this season. Only ever been 4th as his best result.
Yeah, Nicky's 20.
Nicky's 20 seconds behind, but with 3 laps and Falguest really having some bad damage, I can't see that changing.
Yeah, say Falguest just needs to come into the pit here because, say, whatever way he's going to finish 5th. So
yeah.
So you'd rather just box and just have because say Nicky or someone could make an error on the last few laps and he could.
Well, Falguest was battling for the lead not long ago, Jamie. Unorthodox is soon about to lap him.
Yeah, you can. I was going to say you can. If we go on board, you can just, when we go on board with Falguest, you can just see Unorthodox in the background.
Yeah, there's his lights coming through 130R. Coming through the hill there. Falguest goes into 130R. Will he pit? Look at how much he's struggling out to 130R on the curb. And did he lose it again there? Yeah, he did. He look into the wall.
He's in the wall.
Yeah, he's got to. He's surely.
Yeah, he's coming in.
Yeah, I think he is. He's doing the right thing. Nicky then will be P4 and promoted.
As long as he doesn't speed into the pit lane, that's the last thing he'd want.
Yeah, Falguest then struggled tonight. Did he speed again? Don't think so. He's going to be in for a long stop. Dan then on the penultimate lap of this race in this season. No, he didn't speed in the pit lane, so he's kept it together. But it's Dan then Bozzy Boy. I tell you what, Liam. Oh, Nicky's in the pits. Wow. Well, I didn't expect that one.
I wonder whether Nicky's might. Oh, and Nicky's just got a time penalty as well.
Oh no, Nicky.
I wonder whether Nicky's first one might have been for a drive-through then.
Possibly, maybe a jump start. Fuming, says Falguest in the chat. I can imagine, but you've had pace tonight, and it's just not gone right at the end. But Falguest here,
Yeah, Nicky's
has
away.
Now lost out to Nicky. What a nightmare, Falgas says in the chat, and yeah, that one is totally understandable. Nicky's been disqualified! Oh, wow! Nicky, for speeding in the pit lane, has been disqualified, which will promote Falgas to 4th. DJ Phil will get 5th place then. And Nicky's going to come home in 6th. He's been disqualified, the same as BT. Team Prolapse not having the best of nights around Suzuka here tonight.
I know I've lost it. That must be a record for the amount of people who've been disqualified in the pit lane at SimPlay.
50 seconds for Nicky, says Daniel Francis. He must have caught the pit limiter button too early. And Falgas, so frustrating, pushing too much. He said in the chat. Bozzy Boy then, 48 seconds behind. He's about to lap DJ Phil. Falgas still in the pits. DJ Phil's not going to get past Falgas here, is he now? Don't think he is, but for that Bozzy Boy, what can he do? P2 at the minute. We go back to Daniel Francis, who's not there. DJ Phil letting that Bozzy Boy through then. But Nicky, what a shocker. That Bozzy Boy though, P2 at the minute. Yeah, Falguest is just out the pits. DJ Phil is now 53 seconds behind Falguest. I mean, Dan's on the last lap. Where is Dan? He's just coming through the beginning part of the track. We may as well stay with Dan for the lap.
Oh, he's lost it.
Oh, he's lost it. Big snap there, coming through the first section. It's a good job. Yeah, he has, but last lap, 45 seconds. I don't think it's enough for Liam to catch. Bozzy's not even at the final lap. Oh no, Nicky, says the wall in the chat. It's been a night of retirements tonight. Started with 12. We're going to finish with 5. And Dan coming through Degner 1 into Degner 2.
Dan, I was going to say Dan, I wonder whether Dan's bent his tyres up or...
Possibly. Possibly. What is happening, says Ben Parkey. That is a good question, Ben. What is happening? Yeah. Because we started with 12, we're finishing with 5 here. But if you're not... Sorry, go on, Jamie.
This is the benefit of racing on a controller, because you have a pit limiter anyway.
Yeah, that's it. But for this man, it's going to be 3 championships in as many weeks. GT5, GT3 Pro, and now the GTE. He's already signed up for next season in the IndyCars. Will he become the IndyCar champion? He's pulling to the side here. Is this time for a donut or two, I wonder? Yeah, he's going to give us a celebratory donut there. That is Falgas who unlaps himself. Bozzy Boy just coming round towards the Degners. Dan giving us a flash and a donut, and rightly so, Jamie.
Yeah, rightly so.
Daniel Francis says Dan off and... Sorry,
gone.
Daniel Francis, Dan off, and DJ Fury's granddad, DJ Phil, legend, always keeps going, and he does. He's not retired tonight. He's not jacked in. Everybody has lost the plot tonight. He says Peaceful Stepdad, and here he comes in. He's going to cross the line. It's going to be a race win number 15 here at SimPlay Motorsport. One behind the two-time champ Gary 131, but unorthodox. Is he waiting for Liam? Or is he going to... No, he's doing a quick little burn out there. Look, and Dan then is going to take the race win. Liam gave it that Bozzy Boy. He's going to be absolutely ecstatic with that one with a P2. Great job for Liam. And X-Mark's going to come home for a P3 as well. I don't think anyone would argue against Dan doing a bit of a burnout and a few donuts there.
No, so he's got the time to, but I bet Liam must have been thinking all that. I was like, what's happened to Dan?
Yeah,
what's going on? I bet he was thinking, I could win it. Probably saying to everyone, I can win this now. Dan's gaining massively.
Gaining massively. Team Prolapse, I presume that's Nicky. Well, not sure what happened there. I had the pit limiter on, he says. Daniel Francis, this is why Phil was the right choice for piston broke. We may not have ultimate pace, but we plug away. Driver of the day, says Lamb.
I wonder whether, as well...
X-Mark P3.
We said about how bumpy the pit lane is. Whether he's gone over the bump, and when he's come down, he's just gone too quickly.
Possibly. Daniel Francis, Liam driver of the day. Dan for driver of the season in the GTEs. I think it's hard to take Liam driver of the day away from that. No, IndyCar is mine. Sorry, Dan, says Ben Parkey. You've got to get signed up first, Ben. Make sure you're signed up towards it for the IndyCar season happening on the 4th of September. And that will be it for your GTEs, and we'll get the top 3 in for a quick interview. Who took the fastest lap It was unorthodox, so another clean sweep for unorthodox tonight. What a job from Dan. 26 points, and as we redo the standings here then, no points for Maze Gamer in a season. Wow, that's a shocker. But it's unorthodox who's your champion, with Falgas taking second, with Outside and G pulling out. Xmart third, that Bozzy boy fourth in the standings after all that season, with Velside and G pulling out. Disco will be in fifth place, with DJ Philgreen sixth, Sooty Apex seventh, Andy in ninth, Gary 10th, Fury 11th, Daniel Francis 12th. Sorry, Fury 10th, Gary 8th, Gary 9th, Fury 10th, Daniel Francis 11th, BT Target will be 12th, Nicky 13th, and then the Mutts Nuts 14th, and Maze Gamer last. But we have got we are getting your top three in. Old Times Ben says unorthodox, let's go Ben Parkey. Better start off with that dirty air as well. That will be the fight of the season, says unorthodox. Good drive again, mate. Well done, Falgas. Well done, Dan. Nice sandbagging. BT Target. Dan needs a massive trophy cabinet. Falgas. Good race, so silly mistakes at 130 RGs. And we have got Falgas. We have got Xmart, who's just joined us in the chat. So we'll start with him, who finished third. Quiet race again, Xmart. A bit like Wednesday night. Bit quiet for yourself again.
Yeah, that's it. That's me, Mr. Steady Eddie. I just keep trying to not do any spins. I had a couple, but fairly steady Eddie, really. Sort of regular 143 laps, something like that.
Yeah. Not really a lot more to say, was there, than that? You know, you went up onto second place. Everybody pitted before you, then pitted and dropped back down the order a little bit. A few retirements tonight that I think maybe helped your cause in terms of getting on the podium.
Yeah, it did, definitely. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. A few people retired, but there was quite a few disqualifications. Unfortunately, BT and Nicky in the pit.
I think you need to have a word with the old Team Prolapse chat about speeding in the pit lane.
We do, or at least a little practice on this one, because you know what the getting into the pit lane is like on this track. It's an absolute nightmare, so needs practice.
You'll need the practice for next season, with it being on the calendar for the GT3s.
I know, mate. Yeah, absolutely exciting.
Yeah, brilliant. Well done tonight, Mark, and we'll see you next season.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Well done, buddy. And we've got that Bozzy boy here as well with us. And I'll tell you what, second podium of the season. And I said to Liam before the GTEs, you don't stand a chance. You might be racing Phil for 15th and 16th looking at this grid. And he's got a second place.
Yeah, I'm over the moon with that. And I mean, to me, I like in the GT3s, I'm speechless.
You had a good battle with Dan earlier, but just lost it coming through the first Degner. Did you just take too much curb when you lost the rear, or...?
Yeah, in all fairness, I probably should have just let Unorthodox past. It would have been the easier thing, and that mistake would have been eradicated.
I mean, to be fair, and we were looking at the lap times, you was quicker by a couple of tenths than Dan for a couple of laps, so you was doing a good job holding him behind. How was the Porsche tonight? You looked quick.
It felt good until I went into the wall and got 58 on the front suspension.
Yeah, now, I want to talk you through that, because we saw Dan have a bit of a spin, and he then come straight into the pits. Did Dan sort of kind of distract you, because you made the mistake coming past Dan? So as Dan was pulling off towards the pit lane, did that kind of distract you a little bit, and then you lost the car? Because that's what seemed to happen on the stream.
I think I was just more focused on, like, where's Dan going?
Yeah.
And then I'm following him. And then, obviously, me being in your house at the moment, I can hear you downstairs. And it just kind of made me like, what? And then I just went straight over those bumps. And I was like, oh, wow. Lovely.
You hit the sausage cups. Well done tonight, Buzzy. Driver of the day for people's votes in the chat.
Woo!
Well done tonight. And we've got Dan. Well, mate, you talk about a triple crown, winning Indy 500, winning at Monaco, and winning the Le Mans 24. You've actually won 3 different championships. I don't think Alonso or anybody else has done that one.
Yeah, but it's a lot different. This is only sim racing. It's not real life, is it? I gotta put my hats off to Liam. You've done a fantastic job here tonight. You should have kept going and racing me hard at the start, and I was glad you were. I was thoroughly enjoying it, so I take my hat off to Liam. You did a fantastic job tonight, mate. Also to Falgas as well. That Porsche was quick here.
Yeah.
It was very quick. So, And Falgas says I'm sandbagging. I honestly wasn't. I was giving it everything tonight. I wanted a good fun race. Shame about BT, but that's it. Well done, Liam, and 3 championships in one season.
3 championships in about a month, isn't it, really? 3 weeks, something like. You've won 3 titles. You announced earlier, or you messaged me earlier saying that you're pulling out the Clios to focus on the Indy cars as well as the GT3s. Ben Parkey and yourself in the Indy car, that the battle to watch?
Yes. I actually cannot wait for IndyCar now. I also want to make a mention that I'm sick and tired of people leaving championships, leaving sessions, leaving everything. It's just boring now. If you sign up to something, see the season through. It's not hard. Unless you have genuine reason to pull out, then stop sandbagging, stop leaving, stop whatever. It's just pointless. I want to race the best of the best. I do not want to be sitting here and hoping for a race and the top guys don't turn up. It's just boring. Yeah. But nonetheless, IndyCar, all of us Pro Laps boys will be hitting the IndyCars. Me and Ben Parkey have had a few dices and fights in the past in other leagues, and we love our open wheelers. And I'll tell you what, keep an eye on me and Ben, because we're going to be pushing it to the next level between me and him.
Well, there we go then. You heard it here from Dan first. We'll be back on the 24th of August for a Toka night here at SimPlay Motorsport. Keep your eyes out for the Gran Turismo World Cup as well as the Brands Hatch 6-hour race in honour of the marshal that sadly lost his life last weekend in that fatal incident. Keep your eyes out for the dates on that. No dates have been confirmed. But we'll be back live for competitive racing the 30th of August for the Clio Cup, the start of SimPlay Motorsport's first Clio Cup, replacing the GT5s. Who's going to take the title in that one? Because I tell you what, the sign-ups at the minute look very interesting. It could be an open championship. We'll be back on the 1st and 2nd of September for the GT3s, the Pro-Am and the Pro. We might be back a night earlier on the 31st of August if there is an amateur league, and the way it's looking at the minute with sign-ups, there could be just that. So we might be back a day earlier for the GT3s. And we'll be back on the 4th of September for the IndyCar. Again, calendar not been decided yet. So keep your eyes on the Facebook page and on the Discord for when that will be announced. That will be announced this weekend, as will the Clio Cup and the GT3 calendar. So keep your eyes out for all 3 of them this weekend. Jamie, any final words from yourself?
Yeah, say well done to Dan for getting your 3rd championship. Massive congratulations to what is now my former teammate, that Bozzy boy, for getting his 2nd podium of the season. I'm over the moon for you, and say massive congratulations to Xmut as well, getting another podium after what you've been through these past couple of weeks. So massive well done, and
thanks, mate.
Bring on the competitive racing again.
Yeah, we'll be back. We'll be back very soon. It's going to be a fascinating one. We'll be back, like I said, end of August, beginning of September. Stay tuned for the posters going up for the fun events in the off-season. But that's all from SimPlay Motorsport Season 3. We'll be back for Season 4 in a month's time. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
And we're clear. Oh, you bastard! Fucking shit me up like that, you cunt! Nearly fucking punched you! You dickhead, I nearly walloped you one then.
Who did you nearly wallop? Beth?
No, Liam. I didn't see you. Fucking hell, I've never shit myself so much.
Oh, that was a joke, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What was all that about?
Not only I'm a bit automatically broke.
Like, I know BT and Nicky and Daniel Francis disqualified. Andy said he got disqualified as well.
Which I think is bullshit.
But like, Disco got caught up with Maze Gamer and the Mutsnuts having a spin at 130R. Retired.
Mutsnuts, fair enough. He didn't have a reset button.
Yeah, Mutsnuts didn't have a reset button. Was on his roof on pit entry, so fair enough. But Maze, Disco.
Maze dropped in, had major damage, and he was like, I can't be asked to race, so. Plus, he was laggy as shit, man.
Yeah, but because he dropped it, that caught Mutsnuts, which caught Disco. And that's what Disco's problem was, because he got caught up in an accident.
They just need to fucking get over it. I was just saying in my stream, people need to learn to race who they're racing against.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, it's just fucking boring now. I was looking forward to racing G in Valeside, and it's just like they both left.
Yeah.
What's the fucking point?
Yeah, get a grip.
What is the Get a grip. Get over it. Oh, it's boring. Well, actually fucking race me and not be a fucking fanny and sandbag all the time, you know?
Turn up and actually fucking do it instead of pissing about.
I'm just fucking sick of it.
If it's boring because you're too fucking quick, don't sign up to it. If you're not worried, if you're not convinced that no one's going to compete with you, don't sign
it's
up.
just fucking boring. It's just boring, man. I'm just sick of it. And yes, I won the GTEs, but did I though? Did I?
Well, we said last week, didn't you? Ultimately, shouldn't have 17 points behind Valeside.
I shouldn't have won it. Valeside would have had it.
Yeah.
He didn't turn up. I scored 25 points.
Yeah.
I win. But
and when you don't actually count Valeside and G for pulling out, X-Mark finishes third and Liam finishes fourth.
Yeah.
You know, but look, May's Gamer, no points this season. Retired every time he's raced. The Much Nut scored 8. You know. Because he retired in races.
In the championship.
Yeah. Woo! I mean, DJ Phil finished 8th. No offence to DJ Phil, but 8th for him. When you look at the likes of Andy, Fury.
Just people can't drive.
No.
G's starting to do my fucking night in.
I'm happy with that.
I'm done with SimZone. I'm done with G. I'm done with Andy and Motu. I'm just bored of it now.
You've got
just one thing.
Yeah, and G was
one thing after another. It's just fucking.
I tell you what.
boring.
I tell you what I found with G was he was all pally, and then he gets everybody on board, and he's just treating it the same as he did at Motive. And Andy's doing the same thing as what he did at Motive to you with DJ Phil. He's doing it with now. You know, Phil raced F1 tonight, then Andy pulled him in to do commentary with him because he didn't finish the race, and it's like, yeah. Don't want to slag other leagues off. I don't like slagging other leagues off, but at least I don't fucking. I'd like to think I don't fucking treat people shitty like Motive and SimZone seem to be doing. Do you know what I mean? The staff and shit.
By the way, the Prolapse boys say this is new home.
Yeah. Yes. That's the biggest and best. That's the biggest and best news all day.
They're looking forward to IndyCar.
Yeah.
BT and X1 are looking forward to racing in
the Pro.
Pro. And I've told them the new rules. I've told them what's what.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine.
They're like, okay, sick, let's go. They're ready for the season. They're like, they're going to be testing cars. I told them they will have to test cars once they pick the car. That is it. They can't change.
Yeah.
And they're like, okay, cool. And the only difference is, there was like, what other differences are there? I was like, well, if you get damage on lap 1, you have to wait till the pit window opens. So,
yeah.
So I couldn't remember everything off the top of my head.
No, yeah, without looking at notebook, I can't either. But
and they're looking forward to the new circuits as well.
Do you want to know what your dad's been testing today, and is going to put it forward to Nicky?
Acora.
The Ferrari.
Well, yeah, Dad and Nicky are seriously talking about the Ferrari.
Yeah, your dad. I was online with your dad earlier.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
It's a good Pro-Am car.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you look what Alfie was doing around Donington. He was doing pretty well in it.
Yeah, but
it's a very good Pro-Am car. It's not
throws
very good.
Throws the McLaren.
Yeah.
Dean just makes it look shit.
I was going to say, you remember Holty from last season? You look at Holty from last season in the McLaren. How many wins he got in it?
Yeah, it was quick. It was as competitive as Monkey Boy, wasn't it?
I will say now that all of the Prolapse boys have confirmed they will be signing for Indy.
Yeah. There's 8 spaces left. Nicky's already signed up.
BT will sign up. X-Mar's going to sign up. I believe Green Pies is already in it.
Green Pies and Nicky have both signed up. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've now signed up as well. So it should start filling up a little bit more, shouldn't it?
Yeah. So, hopefully, I think what I've had to. I think one driver's not actually down properly, because when I posted it in this Project Cars group, he said, "Oh, we're going to race the rookies at some time." I says, "We'll have to see in the future." Then when he signed up, when I put car livery, he put rookies. So I don't know if that's the same guy that commented has signed up. It's no one I've heard of, mate.
Right. Well.
So
it says IndyCar season, so surely rookies. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Unless there's a livery that's like got a team name called Rookie. Where is the IndyCar one? There. So there's 10 signed up at the minute. We'll put rookies.
I'll see if there's a car that says rookie on it.
So Daniel Francis, Fury, Green Pies, Liam, Nicky, The Wall, Kavarek said rookie. EASA Motorsport said no real preference. Unorthodox and Ben Parker signed up. Yeah. Well,
is my number and car come up?
Number 35 Honda.
Yeah.
Dan's in a Honda. Dan is in a Honda.
I was doing so much research before I signed up to figure out which was the quicker car.
I can do in a minute, yeah.
And I believe it's the Honda, but I can't remember.
But we need to do that video, in fact.
We ain't going to get our video touched tonight, mate. We've got to watch a shitload of hours of video to get commentary for that thing. Yeah, that's why I said I need your weekend. Do you know how much we've got to watch to get through all my best bits? No. That's why I said I need your weekend. Well done tonight, oh, mate. You look like you look like you had a good race with Dan and all until you balls at it. You're keeping him at bay.
Dreaming the impossible.
Bollocks to you. You didn't say it again. No, but you look like you kept Dan at bay for a couple of laps. He were pressuring you, but...
It was that crash.
Yeah, you lost it on curb, didn't you? Yeah.
I know I lost it before as well.
Did I hear you laughing when Falgas got a 10-second penalty? You did, didn't you?
Yeah.
I thought I heard you.
Right, boys, I'm going to go jump back in the prolapse, boys.
Yeah, no worries, but I'm going to jump on with all others, and I shall catch you later.